이게 사람들마다 말이 다른 게 그냥 웬만한 아무 대학이나 가도 인생은 행복할 수 있잖아요. 자, 그렇게 얘기하면 제가 이거 여긴 안 되는 거죠. 그러니까는 대답을 얘기하는 거예요. 반갑습니다, 학생 여러분. 오늘은 미국명문대 재학생 인터뷰 시간이야. 그래서 오늘은 코넬에 다니고 있는 3학년, 4학년 학생 초대해가지고 인터뷰를 했지. 우리가 멘토링 프로그램의 학생들은 한 달에 한 번씩 만나서 하는데 이거는 몇 개월 전에 우리가 학생 인터뷰 자료이기는 하나 어쨌든 여러분들도 같이 공유하고 봐주시면 좋고, 코넬은 바이올로지 관련된 휴먼 바이오 관련된 과가 3개의 칼리지에서 운영을 해. 코넬은 어쨌든 우리 이즈락 코넬 형님께서 말씀하셨듯이 많은 사람에게 다양한 전공을 아무나에게 다 공부할 수 있는 환경을 제공, 뭐 이런 게 모토잖아. 그러다 보니까는 여기저기에 조금 성질 다르게 리서치가 비중이 더 올라간 데도 있고 어쩌고저쩌고 한데, 이분은 휴맥 스쿨에 있는 내용 한번 들어보도록 하자. 여러분들도 아마 리소스풀하고 저런 데도 관심이 있구나 해서 또 찾아보시고 하는 기회가 될 것이야. 출발해보자. 뿅.
Hello.
First question. Let's begin with the first question. Please introduce yourself and what college you attend.
Yeah. So hi, my name is Emily. I'm from Irvine, California, actually, and I attend Cornell University, and I'm going to be a senior this upcoming fall.
Okay. What do you study at Cornell?
So my major is called Human Biology, Health and Society. It's kind of long, but it's kind of like bio, but also combined with a lot of nutrition and other society-related classes.
Is that what you applied as from the beginning, or did you get into Cornell as something else and then transfer into this program, or what happened in the beginning?
Yeah. So I applied to Human Biology, Health and Society from the very beginning. I
Okay.
would actually really recommend this major for any pre-meds who want to apply to Cornell, just because I think a lot of people don't know of it as well. Like a lot of people apply to arts and sciences as a bio major, but I think this one is in the College of Human Ecology. Not that many people know about it, so I think in a way it could be less competitive, and also it's a really good major because it's very like career oriented. So
Mhm.
if you want to be a pre-med, I would very recommend
It makes sense.
it.
Okay. Next question. What do you like best about your college?
It's a pretty hard question. Cornell can get very cold and snowy, but I think the best thing about it is that the people at Cornell work really, really hard. I think Cornell people, like a lot of them are very similar in the sense that a lot of the students who get accepted are very like well balanced. They do a lot of extracurriculars, but ultimately, even if they're not the best, I can just tell that everyone works really hard. But I think one of the benefits is that it's very close to the city. So if you're a business major, a lot of the companies from New York City will come to recruit at Cornell. And there's a lot of resources that you can get from the city. So then I think the thing I like the best is that it's not in the middle of the city, but the city is close enough that you can access it pretty easily. And I think the last thing is that there's a decent amount of Asians in Cornell, specifically Koreans. So there's a lot of like Korean American student associations, which can make you feel at home, even if you may be like very far away from home.
요거는 진짜 맞는 말이다. 저 눈도 더럽게 열나 많이. 진짜 어떤 애 잘못 걸리면은 10월부터 눈 오기 시작해서 5월달까지 온다는 거 맞는 말인 것 같아. 졸업식에도 오는 날도 있다 그러더라. 내가 다니는 4년 동안 5월 달에는 눈이 온 적은 없는 것 같기는 하나 오는 적도 있다고 하니까. 눈도 많이 오지만 일단 사람의 질이 좀 다른 것 같아요. 우리 코넬 출신 종족들은 좀 책임감도 많고 무엇이 주어지든지 간에 이걸 다 할 수 있는 전문 용어로 얘기하면 좀 빡센 인간들로 성장을 하는 것 같고, 자 그렇게 돼서 사회에 나오거나 20대 30대 40대를 살 때는 자기 자신에 대한 기대치와 목표치와 이런 것들이 높게 세팅이 되는 것도 있는 것 같아. 비록 아이비리그 중에서는 현재 스코어로 8개 학교 중에 8등이기는 하나 그래도 나는 우리 모교를 사랑해. Tell us a little bit about your high school. How big was it? What kind of high school was it? Was it AP school or IB school? If you attended a public school, private school?
So my high school was based in Irvine. It was a public school, I think around 2,000 people total. And it was a AP school. I would say it was pretty competitive because a lot of people did go to very good schools from my high school.
What were your GPA like? Did your high school ever rank students? What were your ranking like?
Yeah, so my high school didn't rank students,
Okay.
but it was based on, we did a 4.0 GPA scale.
Mhm.
And out of a 4.0, I believe I had a 4.4.
Weighted. Okay.
Weighted.
So I wonder how many students were above 4.0 from your high school? Like 10%, 20%?
I'm not sure, but I would say honestly 20%
That's
were
a lot,
above
right?
4.0. Yeah.
That's competitive school.
자, 이제부터 나올 얘기들 한번 집중해봐요, 여러분. 이게 친구들, 여러분 학생들, 여러분들 나이에는 친구 관계 상당히 중요한 것 같아. 내가 루저 타입들과 같이 서라운드 되어 있느냐, 이게 위너 멘탈리티가 있는 사람들과 이 승리하는 자들, 이 성공하는 자들의 습관과 생각과 대화를 하는 그런 것들에 내가 영향을 받거든. 그러니까는 맨날 뭐 예를 들어서 힘든 게 와. Life is going tough. So what do? Let's quit? 그럼 빡 그만둬. 이러는 애들이 옆에 있으면 내가 그렇게 쉽게 자꾸 그만두는 근성이 생겨. 반면 예를 들어서 애들이 No, you can do it. 조금만 하루만 더 해봐. 하루만 hold on to it. 조금만 더 노력하자 우리. 나도 지금 힘든 게 있는데 너도 이러면서 조금씩 같이 끌어주면서 하다 보면은 하루 하다 보면은 뭐 한 3일 더 할 수 있고 3일 더 하다 보면 아유 그만두지 않고 그냥 한 걸 잘했다. 이런 생각도 드는 그런 무리들 종족줄과 내가 같이 그룹이 돼 있는 이런 게 사람이 뒤에 달라지거든. 자 그런 말들도 상당히 좀 의미가 있는 것 같아. 한번 들어봐봐요 여러분.
Okay, then that leads us to this question. What do you think was the most important factor that helped you get accepted to Cornell?
Yes, I think it was definitely my essay and knowing other students from Cornell. I can tell what schools really mean by fit. I think Cornell really looks for people that are very well-rounded. So
Mhm.
rather than, I think they still want you to be good at like a certain thing, but they really like select people who are very well-rounded and do a lot of activities, not just studying, but being able to balance out other activities. And then I think specifically in the essay, writing about your interests. So I focused my whole why Cornell essay on why I wanted to be in Cornell with my major. So I talked a lot about my major and what specific programs and clubs I would want to be a part of that were all related to pre-med. And I think looking back at it now, those clubs are very prominent on campus, and it showed that I knew the campus very well.
Cool. Nice. Good answer. When you were in high school, what kind of student were you? I mean, like, were you kind of self-motivated student, or did your parents get involved in a lot of academics and extracurricular activities, and you just kind of follow their lead and do the things that your mother or father tell you to do? What kind of student were you back then?
I can't lie. I can't say I was always self-motivated, but I think just like the school I was in, it really motivated me personally. Like when my friends studied really hard, I was just, rather than being competitive, I think I was just very like motivated to also do well in my own way. So even if my friends were smarter, I knew that I could maybe try harder in like my extracurricular activities to stand out in a different way. So I think that's one way that really motivated me. But I think my parents were also at certain points very, I think, wanted me to do well in my studying, but at a certain point, I think that didn't work. And even like ACT, I know that they told me so many times to study, but it was only when I was like, oh, I really need to do well and get a good score that I actually earned a good score. So I think it's really important to realize that yourself.
실제로 우리 멘토링 프로그램 웨비나 할 때는 다른 학교 출신들 선생님보다는 이 사람하고 우리 웨비나 할 때 학생들이 제일 적극적으로 질문을 많이 한 것 같아. 그 정도로 코넬이 좋은 학교인 거지. 코넬 출신들 인기 많다. 응? 코넬은 다른 아이비리그보다 사이즈가 2배 이상 크고 뽑는 사람도 많지만 전공도 다양하게 많고 학교 우리 모교 대학교 좋다. 여러분들 많이 지원하고 합격 많이 되고 아이비리그 중에서는 쌤 생각에는 최고 또 원톱인 것 같아. 제일 좋은 학교인 거 선생님 다음 비디오 올게. 그때 보자. 공부 열심히 하고 바이바이.